And welcome back to the WHHI Daily News. Carlton Dallas has joined us once again. As you know, he's a regular on our newscast. He brings all the latest information on the Lowcountry and business and technology and education. And he's also on the board of education for Beaufort County Schools. How is that going?
It's going wonderful. It's been such a learning experience. The people are wonderful, high degree of professionalism and caring.
Yeah.
And one of the things in the future topic, we'll talk about how many services the Beaufort County School District actually presents outside of the school doors.
All right.
That's amazing.
So let's maybe do that in the next,
yes, ma'am.
We'll
do
visit.
We'll
but
do
for this visit, this is interesting, how you can create your own PBS special. So Luana Graves Sellers, tell us what she did to do that.
Just a fascinating lady. She's an entrepreneur in her heart. She has owned a daycare center when she lived in Florida. She has moved here. Her mom was a professor at a university in Connecticut. So very much intellectual curiosity is abundant in her. And so she's been a writer for some time, and she publishes a newsletter. She writes about the Gullah heritage.
Right.
And so she has actually taken one of her writing interests and expanded it into a documentary.
Right.
And so that fascinates me.
It's fascinating how she was able to, really take that risk and make it happen.
Make it happen. She has the tenacity of a snapping turtle. I don't want to allude to her as a snapping turtle, but I mean, she really has that energy, that discipline, the intellect. And so she just iteratively improved her writing and her stories. Right. And she has a fascination with Harriet Tubman. And so she created a documentary called Harriet Tubman, Railroad to Spy.
Railroad to Spy, and it's going to be an SCE-TV, right?
Yeah, that's
throughout the
correct.
state. Fantastic. All right, well, let's move in our time left. We've got a couple of minutes left to the federal government dollars that have come into South Carolina and Georgia for the CHIPS program and the IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act program. So why is that good, and why is it so important?
Well, we have to give homage to the federal government and Governor McMaster. I was in a board meeting 2 weeks ago with Governor McMaster, and he was sharing with the board about some of the things that are happening under the CHIPS Act and the IRA. So under the CHIPS Act, which is basically bringing back jobs that we shipped overseas.
So it's called reshoring.
Reshoring, because we're bringing the jobs back to within the U.S. shores. The two states out of all 50 that have had the most success in accessing part of that $400 billion.
Did you say with a B?
With a B. With a B.
Okay.
And are South Carolina and Georgia. So kudos to Governor Kemp and kudos McMaster. Governor McMaster is very passionate about that.
Right.
The new president of USC, Dr. Emeritus, is stressing advanced manufacturing and research to help make it an even more fertile climate, dawn of the Silicon Garden.
Right.
Even more fertile climate for research-oriented people to actually get jobs, companies, and so also to begin training and educating our population so they're ready to seize those jobs when they come here.
And so those dollars are available now?
Those dollars are available, have been available since August of last year.
Okay, good.
With legislation passed by Congress and signed by the President. And it just speaks to there's a strategic interest, national security. So 92% of the chips that the U.S. uses in all of our electronic devices come from Taiwan. China's aggressively looking at Taiwan with jaundiced eyes, so to speak. So this is a good thing. This is something that looks beyond where we are now and prepares a nation for whatever might come.
Very good. Always great information. Thank you so much, Carlton Dallas. Our time is up. And we'll see you again next month.
Absolutely.
For
Thank
our
you so
report.
much.
And we'll be right back with more WHHI Daily News. Don't go away.